Today I've got something new from NAMM in the studio. This is the Martin D-18 Satin in Amber Burst. I'm going to tell you all about it, so stick around. How's it going, y'all? This is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos, and check out our social media channels like Instagram and Facebook, where we've got a bunch of extra cool stuff and nice photos of pretty guitars, and that's what everybody wants to look at if you're not playing them. But here is something that I'm playing today. This is the Martin D-18 Satin. We did a video on the D-28 Satin, and I believe in that one we talked about how the other D-18 with the natural top from the new Satin release, I think sold probably the first day that we got it, so we didn't even get the chance to show it on the channel. It has kind of been like that, especially with new guitars from NAMM. You only get a certain allocation when they first come out, and then you're waiting on, you know, reorders and restocking and all that stuff. But we did get our first Amber Burst in, and this will give you the gist. Now, the other one that we had the normal age toner on the top, so you kind of got that yellowy, nice Sitka spruce, but this one has the Amber Burst finish, and I mean, everybody knows about the Ambertone, the classic shade top, and, you know, the Sunburst, the Ambertone, the other options that you can get from Martin that aren't the natural or the age toner. This is kind of a lighter, brightened up version of that Ambertone. So it is the Amber Burst. It goes from this kind of amber to this other amber, if you catch my drift. So it's not like your classic Sunburst that goes from black to a orange to a yellow kind of thing. It's got that ambery kind of vibe, and you'll see this on historic instruments throughout Martin's storied trajectory of beautiful acoustic guitars. Now, I want to take a second to talk about the Ambertone, not the Amber Burst, because Ambertone is offered on certain guitars in Martin's standard series, and is also available in the custom shop. Now, we have gotten some people asking us, you know, how long is the wait on, say, a 0028 Ambertone? And I've asked those questions to the reps. They take a long time. Now, I don't know if that is because we're just getting in the back of the line of production, and that's how far out they're planning on making the new kind of unaccounted for, not on anybody else's order, Ambertone guitars. But I have seen some crazy ETAs on those, and so I think partially, yes, we're talking about this guitar and the satin finish, and does it affect the tone as opposed to the gloss finish. But if you're looking at an Ambertone and you really want a D-18, and you're going to go in the custom shop and get an Ambertone finish on there or something, this is something to consider. I do think that it's kind of cool they added the Amber Burst option, because I think fans of those guitars that like that aesthetic of like the 1933 Ambertone will probably dig the Amber Burst. So, side note, like I just said, be expecting to wait a little while if you want something with an Ambertone. It's a new order from us. There might be some out there, but with a lot of Martin stuff, you got to be a little patient. It's worth the wait. But yeah, so satin guitars, we saw the D-18 Satin and the D-28 Satin. We also saw the satin finish on the new Street Legend guitars, and they are, you know, across those ones, it's just a nitrocellulose satin. And yes, it feels different, it looks a little different, but it's still the Martin tone. This is still solid Sitka spruce, solid African mahogany, and you know, same exact bracing as you would get in a normal D-18, forward shifted, scalloped X bracing. Everything about the guitar, besides the finish and the top burst, is going to be exactly like a D-18 that you know and love. It's just satin. It's got an Amber Burst. You can also get this with a natural top, as I said, but we are waiting on restocking of that because that sold very fast. So if you want to hear what it sounds like, ideally it sounds just like a D-18. We're also sold out of D-18s. We should be getting more soon. But these Martin Dreadnoughts, we can't even keep them in stock. So take a listen. Here's the D-18 Satin Amber Burst. Here we go. There you have it. There's a little bit on the D-18 Satin Amber Burst. Now, before the demo, I said we're out of stock on D-18s. We're out of stock on the regular satin with the natural top. I need to get out of the habit of doing that because you may be looking at this 6 months down the road and we have 10 of everything. We may still be out of stock. At the time that I'm filming this video, we are selling Martin Dreadnoughts at an extremely high velocity. That means we've always got them coming in. Ideally, as soon as they go out the door, we get some more in, but you're going to want to check our website for current stock because that's going to give you the most up-to-date information. Now there's that. When it comes to this guitar, I'm a big D-18 fan. Chris and I have been talking on the channel recently about me wanting a dreadnought and me always thinking that I got to go for a spruce and rosewood. But my main guitar, my OM that I play on every show is spruce and mahogany. It's the sound that I feel like I've been accustomed to that I think works best with my playing, and it kind of gives the tone that I'm going for. So I have kind of turned my sights from a rosewood dreadnought to a mahogany dreadnought, and the D-18 is, according to many, many people out there, the spruce mahogany dreadnought. And there's just something about this guitar. It's boomy, it's loud, it's in your face, but it's got all the mid-range, the warmth. I like the satin finish because I think, yes, we've talked about it so much on the channel with all these brands adding a satin option. Does it let the guitar resonate more? Does it vibrate more freely? I can tell you 100% this is an extremely light guitar, and I think everybody kind of equates acoustic guitars, the lighter, the better, the more sound that you're going to get out of it, the quicker it's going to respond. So I think this has got that going for it. Even as I'm talking, I talked down into it right now, I can feel it moving with every word that I'm saying. And the moment I strummed it, it just kind of explodes with sound. But with the mahogany, it kind of, reins it in, gives it this nice mid-range, a little bit more compression from the back and sides. I love the open gear tuners, and I just love the aesthetic of the guitar. I, like many people, have been accustomed to, especially from Martin and Gibson, whether I'm getting a D-18, HD-28, D-28, J-45, Hummingbird from Gibson, all those classics. I've been accustomed to the gloss nitrocellulose, so it's still kind of a thing that I'm trying to get into, and I think a lot of people are kind of in the same boat because you've wanted your D-18 your whole life, and it's always been gloss. But I do think for the practical reasons, it is a little bit cheaper than a gloss D-18, and just in terms of sound quality, think of it less about the aesthetics, think about it through the lens of the sound that you're going to get out of it, put them side by side, and make your choice then. And if you're the type of person that loves the Ambertone, maybe the Amber Burst is for you. And we have one of these. We have more coming in. We have regular D28s in gloss. We have other satins with natural tops. So just feel free to reach out, ask us any questions. We want to help you find the right one for you, because if you're going for a guitar like this, it's going to be a lifetime guitar. It's going to be an heirloom. So you might as well take a little extra time to find the exact right one, the one that speaks to you, that you love the sound of, and you'll be proud to hold on stage. And I think anybody should be proud to hold this one on stage because it looks classic and it sounds great. And I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So please comment below, send us an email, give us a call, come by the shop. We really enjoy when people come from YouTube into the shop because we get to meet people in person and talk about guitars, because that's all we like to do. So Let us know what you think about this one. If you're interested in it, go to alamomusic.com, and if it's sold out already, hopefully we got another one coming in the door at the same exact time, and we will see y'all next time.